Here we have for sale our October 2020 on a 70 plate Nissan NV300 Acenta. The Acenta is the spec, the model. This is the 2-litre DCI 145 brake horsepower L2H2 van, so it's the long wheelbase with the high roof. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on an NV300 Acenta, how it compares to maybe some of its rivals or very similar vans such as the Renault Trafic and Vauxhall Vivaro. And we'll also talk you through the condition as well, as this vehicle is currently available for sale. So starting at the rear of the van, you can see that we have got the rear barn doors there. What I mean by that are two doors which open in that sort of fashion. On an Acenta, you do get a nice spec as standard, so you get the lovely rear parking sensors there, which are nicely integrated into the rear bumper. If we open up the rear barn doors, we can have a look at what you get inside. When you open up the door, you'll see that little thing that moved just there. If you pull on that then allows you to open the door up to its 180 degree position. It's surprising the amount of people that don't realize that when they own vans. They will just automatically lock into place there at 90 degrees, but as I say, you simply pull on that and you can open it right out there to 180 degrees, and that gives you then maximum accessibility then into the back of the van, especially if you're going to be loading this with possibly a forklift. Looking in the back here, of course, with the age of the vehicle, it has not done much work at all, and you can see that from the mileage, but it's also very apparent with the condition as well. These sorts of bare metal areas here, these are the sorts of areas which will show if the van has had a hard life by any stretch of the imagination, and certainly doesn't look so. Fully ply lined in the rear. This of course protects the van from any outward dents, so if you've got a load or a cargo in the back of you, if it falls against the side, it'll create an outward dent in the outside of the van, and that's what you certainly don't want. Those dents are much harder to remove, so ply lining stops any of that, and as I say, it just protects the van in general. You've got plenty of tie-down points in the back of these vans, so all over the back of the vans. You'll see them there, up the centre of the pillar, all around there, around the edge of the bulkhead. And, of course, you've got that lovely factory-fitted bulkhead there, which can be removed. They are just bolted in around the outside. And you'll see there, at the bottom, which is now in the middle of the screen, you've got an opening hatch there, which allows you to load right the way under the passenger seat. And I'll show you a little trick with that as well. You've got some storage there above the bulkhead, which is actually above the cab. And as I say, in terms of height in the back of here, you have got some really nice headroom. I'm 6 foot and I can stand up in here, and I've got about 3 or 4 inches above my head. So you've got a really good space. Unless you're a bit of a giant, you will be able to stand up in the back of these vans. So they're great sort of service vans and things like that. People put racking down the sides of them, and you can stand up and work as I say, like a bit of a workbench. Or alternatively, a lot of people will convert these into camper vans. So as I say, they could be ideal for that as well. Looking down the passenger side of the vehicle, all very, very straight and clean. Of course, as to be expected, but I like to be as transparent and as thorough as I can in these videos. So just having a good look there in all the reflections, there's nothing that I can see there which is sort of catching my eye, any blemishes at all. And the same goes really with the with those rear barn doors as well. The Acenta, you will get these wheel trims. One other little tip here is if you're ever looking at a van like this, so the NV200, let's say the Renault Trafic, the Vauxhall Vivaro, they're all very much the same. You can always tell a long wheelbase by this trim here. So if it's a short wheelbase, that side loading door will be right up to the wheel arch there. So that's the quickest way of telling straight away if it's a short or a long, is just looking to see if it's got that trim there. If we open up the side loading door then, we can have a look. As I say, another aspect then of the condition from this side, and you can see here again, all in lovely condition. This load-through hatch, the actual hatch for it, just clips onto the bulkhead via a magnet. So really nice little system there. And then as I say, you can close it up like that, pull on the handle, and as I say, it clips onto the bulkhead via a magnet. And you can just see the condition here is all absolutely spot on. Of course, it is used. It has done 11,000 miles. We'll check the exact mileage when we go around to the driver's side, but as I say, it is in very, very nice order. If we open up the passenger door, the first look then inside the cab, looking at the door card there, that's all spot on. Same goes with the floor and the seats, no rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that on the seats, all in very good order. Same goes with the head lining and the dashboard as well. There's no sort of scratches or scuffs or anything like that on here. It all feels very nice and new in here. You've got a glove box on the top, which opens like so, just that little button just there, and then you've got your other glove box just there, which you can see has got the full book pack in as well. Now, I did mention earlier that I was going to show you a little trick with these, with this load through hatch. So if you pull on that little tab there, as I say, this will show you then that you can load underneath the passenger seats, and that, there are quite a few vans on the market that have that. But if you pull on this little red tab, that then pulls up this little hatch, and then what that allows you to do is load all the way into the passenger footwell. So it gives you another probably 2 foot there of extra load length. So if you've got maybe a long skirting board or copper pipe or whatever it may be, that could be absolutely ideal, and it gives you a fantastic load length there going all the way through. If we shut up the doors here and continue to go around the van, of course it is Euro 6 as well, this particular vehicle, so you can take this into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ultra low emissions zone charge relating to that area. And all Nissan commercial vehicles, such as this lovely NV300 here today, come with a 5-year or 100,000 mile manufacturer's warranty. So this vehicle was registered the 31st of October 2020, so you've got manufacturer's warranty for 5 years from that point. So really, really good peace of mind for anyone buying this van. You've got lots of mileage and lots of time ahead of you, so that if you were to have any issues, hopefully you won't, but it's good to have that peace of mind that if you were to have any issues, then you're completely covered by Nissan. Really good looking front end of the van, I feel. You've got these daytime running lights here on the edge. You also get front fog lights on the Acenta, and you get the colour-coded front bumper and the colour-coded mirrors again. And just looking, as I say, down the driver's side here, very much the same story in terms of condition. It's very difficult to fault it, really, if I'm honest with you. Looking at the bonnet as well, of course you've got to allow for the odd stone chip here or there, but all in all it does look to be very nice indeed. Obviously take your time with the video, go back and pause it or anything like that if there's a particular angle that you want to have a look at. Obviously anything that I can see in the flesh I will gladly point out to you. If we open up the driver's door, you can have a look then inside here. Let's have a look at the specs. So on top of the driver's door we have electric windows and electric mirrors. We have actually just got one key at the moment, but sometimes, because this vehicle has just arrived, sometimes a second one will follow. If it doesn't, we will be providing a spare key. Behind the steering wheel here you do have your radio controls, so you can control the volume here, and you can also answer and hang up the phone. If you look on the end of the stalk, when the camera focuses, you have these 2 buttons, and that controls the onboard computer, which is just up there, and you can see that's where the mileage is 11,904 miles. So really nice mileage on the van, and you can see there that the van is running. I always like to video the vans when they are idling, so you can see that it's all idling correctly. There's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. New gear lever on this shape, which I think is a big improvement from the previous one, and you can see there 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that 145 brake horsepower engine. Looking at the radio here, we've got the USB port, the AUX port, and you can see that it has got DAB radio as well, so really nice little feature to have. And maybe most importantly, it does come with air conditioning. You will be glad that it's got that when we come into summer. 12 volt socket just there. Looking down here as well, you've got a nice little cup holder just there, and you've got another USB port up on the top as well. You've got a driver's armrest. You can fold this middle seat down, and that actually gives you another cup holder there as well, and you've got some nice adjustability on the driver's seat. And as I say, condition here all absolutely spot on, no rips, tears or cigarette burns, anything like that, all in lovely order indeed. So just to recap, Nissan NV300 Long and high. It's the Acenta model, so you get the air conditioning, rear parking sensors, Bluetooth phone prep. It's fully ply lined and a very nice looking van indeed. And you've got that fantastic peace of mind that you've got warranty until near the end of 2025 or when you reach 100,000 miles, which is again a long way away. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.